So, Lifeboat Survival Mode just got an update. It broke a lot of things and added in some new stuff. I have a pretty mixed opinion on this update, but more on that later. Per usual, I'll be going over all of the changes in this video so you can stay up to date on what's what. If you find this video helpful, please consider leaving a like and subscribing. Before we start talking about these changes, I would like to highlight an achievement. Guys, we finally got a changelog for the update. Sure, maybe it wasn't announced in the main Lifeboat Discord, and maybe it only had a fifth of the items that were on my personal changelog, but it's a wonderful change in the right direction. The reason why I'm bringing this up is because whenever an update comes out, there is no way to find out what's in it, so I have to go on and experiment to find all the changes myself. So if I do miss something, I'll leave a pinned comment down below. And now, on to the changes. I'll just say what's been updated and then go over my opinions at the end. The first change is a bigger map. Previously, it was said that there would be bigger worlds, and they are here now. The map is now 1,050 blocks by 1,050 blocks, and the world border is at 50 and 1,100. If we go over here, we can see it is at 1,100 on that side, and over here it is at 50. The map is now about 88.4% bigger than it was before, and the total area is over 1 million blocks. Speaking of the world border, you can also no longer run into it and then bounce from side to side to fly really high. So if we go over here and over here, we try and do that thing, it won't let us do it, it'll just push us back, so that's been fixed. The world timer has increased to 6 days, so if we go ahead and type in /server time, we can see that it is over 4 days, which is what it was before this update came out. The world now seems to be procedurally generated each time the SM resets, and with the new generation brings new biomes, such as jungles, ice spikes, and all that sort of stuff. Another thing that the new generation brought on is no more increased diamonds at Y5. Previously, before this update, there were some servers that had no diamonds at Y5, but if this update goes to all the different SMs, then there will be not a single server that has increased diamond generation at Y5. The new world generation brought in a bunch of world generation bugs with it, such as all the oak wood and dark oak forests are sideways, large mushrooms are all the same color, there are invisible vines, water and lava are messed up, every single water and lava is a source block, there are sunflower stems everywhere, ferns can now be created when you click on grass with nothing in your hand, like this, although I'm not sure if that's a world generation bug. And there's a bunch more as well. You can see some of the sunflower stems here, and if you look around, you'll see a bunch of the other stuff too. Another thing with the new world generation is villages. They are a bit bugged with the world generation as well, like the stairs and the roofs are all sideways. And there's a few other bugs with them too, but they are there. I also heard that there are ocean monuments, although I haven't seen one myself, so I can't 100% confirm they're real, but I have heard that someone has found one. Another change is that you cannot go below Y5. When you try and dig below Y5 or go below Y5, you will get that message that you would get if you try to go into the world border, saying that you can't pass it. I have no idea why this is here, but it is a bit annoying. Spawning is still messed up pretty bad. Oftentimes when you have your spawn set, you'll spawn in a completely different location, even if it's not obstructed. The next change is mob spawners. No, they don't actually spawn mobs still, but they do drop XP now, and you can actually open the chests inside the dungeons. You can also see the little spinny mob inside of it, like the spinning zombie or spider or whatever the mob spawner might be, but they still don't actually spawn mobs. I've saved this next change for last. I'm sure you've seen it in my inventory during the video or on my back, and that change is the Ender Backpack. It's a new thing you can buy in the Lifeboat shop for $10. I'll put up a picture of it in the shop right now, and I'll read the description. The description says, "Need more storage in survival mode? We have you covered with the Ender Backpack. An extra 27 inventory slots, persistent access to your backpack inventory between deaths, equipable stylish cosmetic backpack only available in survival mode." And as you can see, we have a little picture of the guy holding the backpack with a bunch of items on it. And it cost $10. So I've bought the Ender Backpack and I've tried it out, so I'll explain how it works real quick. You have the Ender Backpack wearable and the actual Ender Backpack. This is the thing on your character, so this actually doesn't do anything, it just shows up on your player model. As you can see, I have a little backpack there. And this is the actual Ender backpack itself. And you can open it by putting it somewhere in your inventory like this. And then you can scroll over it and it will open it up. You can put any item in here and take any item out as you wish. And when you die, these items will still be here. So if I'm about to die, I can put all my items in this chest. Or this Ender backpack, let me rephrase that. This person's about to kill me, so I can show you. So I can put what I want to keep in there. Let me give them a sword. And then I just died, and as you can see, everything in my Ender backpack is still there. I only lose the stuff in my inventory, and I can keep all of this stuff safe. I have made some observations with the Ender backpack and found some things you can do with it. Firstly, it only gives you 26 slots, not 27, because the Ender backpack itself takes up a slot in your inventory. You can't throw it out at all, so it is only 26, not 27. Another thing is you can use the Ender backpack to prevent yourself from taking fall damage. Let me show you how that works. So we can go ahead and build up here real quick. And now that we're up here, we can fall down. And when you open up the Ender backpack, it works by placing a chest, that's sort of like a ghost chest, beneath you. And then when you close out of the Ender backpack, that chest goes away. So if we are falling in midair, and we open up our Ender backpack, the chest will open up beneath our feet, allowing us to fall on top of it, like so. Oh, I opened it up too soon. Like so. It did not work that time. It does not work every time, and I just ran into the world border. All right, let's try this again. It's not 100% reliable, but if we get it right. Okay. Third time's the charm, I guess. Alright, so here we go. We can try this again. Let's jump off. Open up the chest. You can see it caught us on our fall. And we have time to go ahead and grab this water bucket here. Then we can just quickly... Well, if I was better at clutching it, I would be able to do it. But as you can see, it gives you time to open up your backpack, stop your fall, grab a water bucket out of the backpack, and take no fall damage. I think that's pretty interesting. Another thing that you can do is easily spawn kill somebody. So because the items in your backpack stay with you after death, what you can do is place a bunch of swords in your backpack like I have here. And then you can keep on attacking somebody with diamond armor over and over again, because every time you die, you'll have access to another sword that you can quickly take out and keep on getting them. And they won't be able to kill you because you'll have spawn protection. Pretty annoying. And lastly, another thing that you can do with it is if you're down on a mine or something and you don't have your spawn set at the surface, you can quickly put all your stuff in your Ender backpack and then respawn, and you'll be at the surface again and you can take all your stuff out without losing anything. It definitely gives you a huge advantage. Keep in mind that if you do get this, you won't be able to use it on every SM because not every SM has the update. You'll only be able to use it on the ones that do. Right now I'm on SM64, and I think most of the servers are updated, so you shouldn't have any trouble finding one that is. But if you do, you know for sure 64 is. Alright, now for what I think about this whole Lifeboat update. Like I said before, I have some mixed feelings about it. I like how the new maps have different biomes, that's pretty cool, and the messed up generation bugs don't really bother me, but I am concerned about how the map is bigger. If the map gets bigger and the player count stays the same, it will make it much harder to find other people. Part of what makes Lifeboat SM so appealing in my opinion is always being able to find people. You can walk in any direction for about a minute and almost always find somebody. Maybe the bigger maps won't have that much an effect on it, and maybe they'll increase the amount of players per server, or maybe having a larger map where people are more spread out is better. There's no way to know until it's played some more, but I will say this. During my testing for this video, I did come across much more unique structures. Maybe the bigger map will encourage more building because they don't get destroyed as often, in which case, that would be nice. As for the increased diamond generation being gone, I really don't know how I feel about that. On one hand, it makes clan wars harder, but at the same time, it makes getting diamond armor more rewarding and challenging. There are other pros and cons, but regardless of what they are, I can't see increased diamond generation working with the 6-day reset timer. If it's that long, it makes sense for there to be normal diamond generation, whether I like it or not. As for the world border being at 50 instead of 0, it seems weird and annoying, but I think I might have an idea on why they did it. And you can no longer fly up in the corner of it, sadly, so no more super secret sky bases. Also, I can't say how I feel about the 6-day timer until I've experienced the whole reset cycle, so I don't know about that. Not being able to go below Y5, I definitely don't like that at all. Maybe it's there to stop people from going into the void, but regardless of why it's there, it's still annoying. You can't hide chests there anymore or anything like that. Spawn points being messed up still is also annoying. And as for the Ender Backpack, I don't like it at all. It's incredibly pay to win, and it's kinda sad to see survival mode start to turn into Lifeboat Skyblock. For people who can't afford it, it discourages them from playing because they know they are at an unfair advantage to someone else who has it. As I explained before, it gives you a big advantage in multiple ways. Having cosmetic items for purchase like VIP is fine, but when it's something like this, it makes players not want to play the game. One of the main reasons why I've never really played Lifeboat Skyblock is because of how pay to win it is. My prediction / suggestion is that maybe they'll add in an ender chest eventually, and that will make this less overpowered. Still pay to win, just not as much. With this update coming out, I think I see where Lifeboat has been going with the past few updates, and I think I want to say it makes the things I wasn't sure of in this update good. But we'll just have to wait and see. And yes, the Nether is still said to be coming, just not yet. Before I go, I recently made a Lifeboat SM clan called RL. It stands for Red Legion. If you would like to join it, there will be a link to the Discord in the description, along with a link to my other non-clan Discord. Remember to like the video if you haven't already, and with that, thank you for watching.